You're right there, guys. Hope you're all keeping well out there. I'm Paul the Tech Giant, and today I'm going to be giving you some really handy tips and tricks to help you along the way with your new 2021 LG OLED TV. Thanks to box.co.uk for sending over this LG A1 OLED, and if you're looking to purchase a new TV, then please go and check out their link in the description. You'll not only be getting a great TV at a great price, but you'll be supporting the channel at the same time. So thanks again to Box. Let's get straight into it then, and this TV that I'm going to be using today is the 55-inch LG A1 OLED, but many of these tips and tricks will work for other OLED TVs. But what I'm going to be doing is over the coming weeks doing other tips and tricks videos with other OLED TVs and slowly increasing the complexity of those tips and tricks. But in today's video, we're going to start off nice and simple to get you up and running with your new TV. Now, our first tip is to do with settings. So if we grab our remote control, what we're going to do is press on that settings button just once. Now this brings up our quick settings there, so you can just quickly change the picture mode. And if we go down, we have all settings. So let's click on that. Now this will bring up our more detailed settings. So we've got like things there to change all the different settings for the picture, so on and so forth. But it's a rather long-winded way round of getting to those detailed settings. So let's come back out of that. But this time, what we're going to do is hold down that settings button for a long press, and then we will jump straight into those main settings. Now, one of the first things that you're going to want to do when you get your shiny new OLED is to check for any software updates. And this is simple enough to do. So grab your remote control again, hold down that settings button for a long press. Once we've got that screen up, we're going to then go to support. Once we've done that, we're going to go to software update. And in there, it gives us our current software version, and it allows us to check for updates. So just click on that. If there is any available, it will say so. But what I would recommend is to turn off auto updates. So if it is like that, turn it off, because LG have been known to roll out some rather naff updates, and that is the last thing that you want to do, is download a bad one. And if it does say that if there is one available, just check that version number online and see what people are saying about it. Now, as you've seen, I've been using the wonderful magic pointer on this TV, but it doesn't always come up when you want it to. And you can get it up by moving the scroll wheel just there, but sometimes it will get up extra information that you may not want. But there is another way to get it up. If you just give the remote control a shake, there you go. That is a quick way to get that pointer up on the screen. Now, another great tip to do with the pointer is actually about changing the size. So again, if we do a long press on the settings button, then we head on over to General, then to System, then to Additional Settings. We will then be presented with pointer options, and in there we can change the pointer size, so we can have a small pointer there, or maybe a large one. And also you can change the tracking speed. So yeah, some very handy little adjustments to have. Now, the next tip that I've got for you is to do with apps. And to get the apps up, all we're going to do is press on the home button once. Now we'll be presented with our apps list, which is all very nice, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be in the order that you want them. So what we can do is go to the end there and go to Edit Apps List. And in there, you can simply highlight whichever app it is that you want. So let's say My 5. If you press up, you can delete that app if you so wish, or you can select and move it around to wherever you want, and press the button there again and drop it down. But there is a better way of doing this. So what you're going to do, give your magic pointer a shake, and let's grab that My 5 app again. And what we do this time is hold down on the scroll wheel once we've highlighted it. So let's hold that down, and now we can simply drag it to wherever we want, let go, either press the back button or down. And there you go, a much quicker way of moving your apps around. Now this next tip is one of my favourites and one that I'm sure you guys will use on a regular basis. So we're going to grab our magic remote again. This time we're going to do a long press on the 0. So just hold that down for a few seconds. And then we'll get this menu up which says Edit Quick Access. So what this allows you to do is to create a shortcut on any one of these number buttons. So we're going to go to number 1, click on Add, and then we get presented with these apps. And I can assign any one of these to number 1. So I'm going to say Prime Video, click on that. There we go, that has now been assigned. So if we come out of that now, and if I now grab the remote and hold down number 1 for a long press, that will fire now straight into the Prime Video app. Now, as good as it is, that is a long-winded way round again of doing it, but I do have a quicker way. So if you are on an app that you enjoy and you think, you know what, I want to shortcut that. Well, at the moment we are on YouTube, as you can see, and maybe I want to shortcut that. So what I want to do is pick any of the buttons. I'm going to say number 2 this time. Could do number 1 if I wanted and override the last one, but I'm going to say number 2. I'm going to hold that down for a long press. And it says, do you want to add YouTube to quick access too? And I'm simply going to say yes. So that is now done. So if I press down on number 1 again, that's going to take us to Prime Video. I want to go to YouTube, hold down number 2, and we are back to YouTube. Now the next tip for you guys is how to turn your TV into a piece of artwork. Yes, I know it may sound a bit weird, but it is a great feature. And if we just press on the home button and get up our apps list, and if we go all the way across to Art Gallery, and as you can see, we get presented with a few pieces of art. I'm just going to select one there, press OK, and there you go. Your TV is now a piece of artwork complete with picture frame. Now I know a lot of people do enjoy this, and once again, you can create this as a shortcut. So this time I'm going to say hold down on number 3. There we go, we have now made that a shortcut. So again, I'm going to go back to YouTube, for example. Now I want the art gallery back up, so hold down on number 3. Boom, into that art gallery. Now this next tip is really handy if you are struggling to navigate around your new TV, and that is to use the voice assistant. So what we're going to do to activate this is just do a long press on that microphone button just there. HDMI 2.
Or switch to HDMI 2 screen.
And look how quick that is. It really does speed up the process sometimes. And let's try something else again now. So you can do apps. BBC iPlayer.
Going to BBC iPlayer app.
There we go, straight into that. And if you're feeling really lazy, volume 23. And there you go. Now my next tip is handy if you've got a visual or hearing impediment. So if we go to the settings button there, do a long press, get up that main menu once again, then we go to general, then down to accessibility. We get some very handy features in there to help you guys out, but there is a quicker way to get to this menu. So if we just back out of there now and grab our remote, go to the mute button and do a long press. There you go, straight into that accessibility menu. Next up, we're going to take a look at the home dashboard. Now, if we press on the inputs button just there. It'll bring up this menu, and there we can go to Home Dashboard. And within this, we have things like AirPlay. Let's just turn down that volume there. Again, we can access different HDMIs and do a variety of different things from this menu. But once again, there is a quicker way to get to it. So if we just back out of this, and then this time, if we do a long press on that inputs button, that will take us straight to that Home Dashboard. Now, my next tip is to do away with something many of you guys may find annoying, and I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration of it right now. So if I turn the TV off, we get presented with the LG logo, and not everyone wants to see that every time they turn the TV off, but there is a way around it. So if we grab our remote control and just press the mute button a number of times, we will get up this menu. And if you go down to show LG logo when turning off the TV, turn that off, let's back out of that. Now when we do it, the TV goes straight off. Next, I've got a great tip for you gamers out there. So what we're going to do is get my PlayStation 5 up on the screen, HDMI 1, and hopefully, there we go, we've got the PlayStation 5 loaded up. And if we just press on the settings button now, as you can see, like we've seen earlier, got those quick access settings just there. But if we actually change the mode to game mode, come back out of that, and if we now press the settings button just once, we get the new game dashboard. So it is very important, you need to be in game mode, and then you can access this new game dashboard, which gives you loads of handy information. And in there as well, you can quickly access the game optimizer. Again, you can access this via the settings if you so wish, but this is just a quicker way of doing it. And there you go, you get that game optimizer up. Now, my next tip is to do with the sound. Now, I think the sound from this TV is pretty good, but there is a way of actually tuning it to your room. So the way we do this is do a long press on the settings button. Then we go to General, AI Service, and then AI Acoustic Tuning. So let's go to Start New Sound Tuning. Then we go to Start. And what this is going to do is utilize the microphone that is at the end of the remote. It's going to analyze the sound in the room. And there you go. That is now tuned this sound to the environment. Obviously, you don't talk when it's doing it, but obviously just for demonstration purposes, it's fine. Go on to next. And then we get basically a before and after that which we can select and apply whichever one we want. Oh, I've gone to the wrong thing. So yeah, acoustic tuning off or acoustic tuning on. That's a tongue twister right there. Now, this next tip is great if you've got an external device connected to your TV and you want to find out a little bit more information about what is going on. So grab your magic remote, give it a shake, get that pointer up, and then click on the scroll wheel. Once you've done that, you'll get this pop-up banner come up, highlight and click on that. And there you go. There is that extra information. Now, all these tips and tricks are great as long as you have got the remote control. But what happens if you lose it? Well, don't worry, because just under here, there is in fact a button. And if I just press on that button, you will see that we get up a menu. And using that single button by doing a number of either individual presses or long presses, you can access a number of different features, including turning on and off the TV. Well, there you have it then, guys. Now, hopefully you have enjoyed those tips and tricks and found them useful. And if you have, I would really appreciate if you could spare me 1 second just to give me a thumbs up. Now, like I said, I will be doing more tips and tricks videos coming very soon. And if you'd like to see those, then please make sure you subscribe to the channel. So thank you very much for joining me today. And hopefully I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.